Hello everybody, I'm Buried in Cookie Stuff. We're gonna make chocolate chip cookies tonight in my kitchen, and we actually are going to be demoing some new cookie sheets that I got. So I'm pretty excited. The cookie sheets kind of look like this. I'll give you a little hint far away. Move my mixer like this, and they come as a set of 2, and they also come with a little spatula, so you're like good to go for your cookie making. So I have everything set up here. I do have a couple other Pampered Chef items that I'm using tonight, but I'm going to go ahead and link those below in the virtual catalog for you. So we're going to go ahead and get this party started. I already preheated my oven, and everything's all measured and ready to go. So we're just gonna toss it in the mixer, scoop the cookies on there, let you guys watch the process and see what you think. And let me know how your night's going. Thanks for joining me. Okay. So butter's going in first. Butter and sugar always goes in first for me for cookies, because you want to kind of cream that butter and sugar together, make your cookies taste delish. And then just my white sugar. And then I'm going to go ahead and cream this real quick before I add my other ingredients. So it might be a little noisy for just one moment. Okay, so I got the butter and sugar together. Now goes the flour. And this is actually the large batter bowl, which I really like. It measures in ounces and cups, all kinds of different things. I will link this below. So I'll get that. I'm back. Sorry, just dumping ingredients in, getting all the goodness going. So we're almost to the exciting part, which is the chocolate chips, of course. We're done with the flour part, and now we're going to go ahead and add my brown sugar, my salt, my baking soda, there you go, my vanilla, my 2 eggs, of course, and like I said, chocolate chips, best part. And this actually is in the small batter bowl. I will also link that below for you guys. in the works. My family's gonna be super happy when this is all done and they get to eat the deliciousness. I haven't really been able to bake, so I'm doing it in the evening because our house gets so hot, like I talked about in my other lives. So we're kind of night baking, if you will. This is going to be fun because this is my first time using these. And these are the adjustable measuring spoon set. And 2 come in the set. I will link those below in the virtual catalog as well when I'm finished here. And I need 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 of vanilla, and then 1 of salt. And then dump the chocolate in and pop them in the oven. You don't need like 15 measuring spoons. You can use the same one for the whole thing. So, I'm just going to give you guys a little kind of peek here if I can. Don't want to dump my salt out really, but it's like that. So you can move this up and down to whatever you need. And I need a teaspoon, so I moved it all the way down. I'll show you a little better with this one. All right. So as you can see here, if I can, let me pull this away a little bit. It goes up and down all the way. Same with the other one. I'm going to give you guys the details in the virtual catalog like I talked about. And I'm going to go ahead and put my baking soda in. And then chocolate chips. So I'm just dumping the chocolate chips in, as you guys can see, kind of. Sorry, that's a little better. I used about 1.5 cups of chocolate chips for mine. Of course, you can make them as chocolatey or unchocolatey as you prefer. And now we get to try the cookie pizza. And like I said, my oven's ready to go. I'm going to give it a quick little spray just so they don't stick. And both at the same time. And I'm actually going to be using my mix and scrape just to get everything off the side of the bowl. So, and I will also link that as well for you guys below in the virtual catalog. Oh, delicious. It's too bad they don't have smell-o-vision. I'm telling you guys. They used to say that on the Food Network all the time. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I really wish there was, because that looks delicious. So here's my dough. All made. Easy peasy. I just prepped everything so you guys didn't have to be on a live with me forever, all night long. You guys have things to do, I know. Time is critical and important. So we're gonna go ahead over here, start scooping our cookies. And pop them in the oven. And I'll bake them at 375 for about 9 to 11 minutes. I check them periodically, of course, because we don't like them too done. The funny thing is that my grandpa, whenever I would burn my cookies, he would be like, I'll take the burnt ones. He loved to dip them in his coffee. He still does to this day. It's just funny. I'm like, Papa, they're burnt. He's like, that's the best ones. So if you live closer and I was still burning my cookies, I would definitely offer them up. All right, so as you can see, they're on there. They're going in the oven for 9 to 12 minutes. So we're gonna see how this works. I have no doubt that they're gonna be amazing. So just to play it safe in my oven, I don't know how your guys' oven is, but I always go in the middle. So if it's 9 to 11 minutes, then I usually go for 10 minutes and then I check them. And then obviously, if they need a minute or two more, then that's okay, but you can't unburn the cookies or over-bake them. But you can always bake more. So that's what we're up to tonight. What are you guys up to? How's everybody doing? We're about to have some cookies. I'm surprised my daughter's not in here. I offered for her to come and help me, but she didn't take me up on my offer. But I'm sure she'll be in here for some cookies. I'm sure. So, the really cool thing about these baking sheets is that they have a 1-year guarantee. And almost all of our products in the catalog have at least a minimum of a 1-year guarantee. I'm going to, like I said, link that virtual catalog so you guys can get a lot more detailed info on that. But I just kind of wanted to give you a little rundown on that. And then also, it's kind of cool because you can buy cookie sheets individually, or if you just need one or need to replace it, or you can actually buy a set, which you get 2, of course, and then you get the cookie scooper, or the mini cookie spatula. So that's kind of fun because everything just comes right there for you. So that's about all I've been doing. Just been kind of busy today. How about you guys? Fun. I don't have my glasses on, Carol. So I'm like an old lady. I wish you were closer, Sissy. I would bring you some cookies. Yes. We're gonna have some cookies and milk very soon because, of course, they're delish. They're our favorite kind of cookie, I think. I mean, although we like all cookies, we're a cookie house. But chocolate chip, it's up there. So I told my daughter it was bacon tonight, and she was like, "Are you making chocolate chip?" Of course I'm making chocolate chip. They're the best. So, and you guys can use any recipe you want for this thing. I just chose to use the original, you know, back in the day, the Toll House, because they're the best, at least so far, that I've found. I use all different kinds of cookie recipes and dessert recipes. I love to bake, as you can see. It's a lot of fun, especially with the holidays coming up. Oh my gosh, we have so much cool stuff in our new catalog. And with the holidays coming up and everybody entertaining, and even if you can't entertain because of COVID, you can bake things and send them to people, individually wrap them, all kinds of different things. We have brownie pans where you can individually make like self-serving sizes of little items like s'mores or little chocolate desserts, little brownies, little mini cakes, all kinds of different things. And they're so personalized, and it's just a way to kind of really reach out to your loved ones during the holiday. I just think it's so fun. So I've always done that. I used to mail, a couple years ago, I actually mailed my husband's grandma because she couldn't come for the holidays. Her favorite cookies are the sugar cookies, but not with like the cream cheese frosting like I like. She likes them with just like the old school icing on them. And so I made her like 2 or 3 batches and just shipped them to her house in Oregon to her. She was like just as happy as can be. And so I love doing that for people. I actually really enjoy cooking and baking for that reason, because I feel like there's love in it, and it brings so much personalized type of thing. Like when you can actually give somebody something like that, it's made with love, and they know it, and you get to see them enjoy it. You get to see them, oh, this is delicious, thank you for sharing, type of thing. And I just don't think we have a lot of that in our world anymore. Everybody goes to the store, they buy everything prepackaged, and this is a great way to not only have me further my cooking skills and baking skills, but to also help you guys do that, and as well as give you guys tips and tricks and all kinds of things and tools and resources and solutions for your challenges in your kitchen. Sometimes it's time management, sometimes it's all different kinds of things. You don't have the tools you need to make things just kind of go quick, easy, and smooth to get those dinners and those desserts on the table. Or like entertaining. If you love to entertain, we have massive entertaining amazing products. We have anything from martini sets to a cheese board that comes with all the knives. We have a beautiful knife set. We also have like a cake stand. When you're frosting it, it's amazing. It just turns, so you don't have to like sit there and like turn with the cake. So I'm all about anything that can make my life a little more easy in the kitchen. Less standing on your feet, especially with all those working families, both mom and dad working, kids in school, kids are at home, they're homeschooling. And so that is a whole new world for everyone. And I really, really do think that this is a big deal, because it's like I can actually reach out to all of you and I can share what I've learned. I came from a family of 6 women. My grandma had all girls. Most of my family is primarily female. Most of us know how to cook. My grandma was always the type that's like, if you're here to eat, you're here to cook. So get in line. Here's this bowl, cut this up, cut that up. But I feel blessed. And my mom was the same way. And she treated her kids that way. And so a lot of generations aren't like that anymore. And it's super important to me. I'm very passionate about it. It's a love of mine. And I truly would love to share it with all of you. I have 3 different generations of amazing cooks in my family. My Grandma Billy, my nanny, her mom, my mom, and then I also have my great grandma Frida. She's not with us anymore, but I have her cookbook. I have 3 different generations of cookbooks. I have my husband's mom's cookbook that he gave to her. I have my mother's cookbook, who has now passed, and so that's very dear to me. And I use it all the time, like all the time. I just lift it open and recipes just fall out. It's that style of cookbook. And then my grandma Frida's, who I love, my Aunt Jeannie was a dear, and she is one of my favorite aunties, and she actually gave me that cookbook. So I get to pass that on to Catherine, as well as pass on all of these tools and all of these skills to her, so that when she grows up and she has a family, or just by herself, she's like, hey, I want fried chicken, Mom. Oh, I'm going to open it up. I can make that. Anybody can do it. So it's just one of those things. For me, it's super important. I have a whole shelf of cookbooks. And just today, my husband talked to my father-in-law and said, hey, Dad, we're going to have to build Krista some more storage. We got to get to work. Because Papa's always done woodworking, but my husband's just gotten into it recently. And he's doing amazing. He's learning that, as well as I'm learning the whole Pampered Chef venture. So being super supportive, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. But yes, I do come from a huge family. Lots of cousins. Like I said, most of them are female. But I've learned a lot from them growing up, between my mom and like both sides of my family even. So you always remember smells too. When you come from a family that cooks, you always remember smells. I know my daughter, she goes to a friend's house and comes home. As much as she loves going and hanging out, when she comes home, she's like, oh, Mom, the house smells so good. It's kind of like that, oh, I'm home smell, And so, she's like, well, what are we cooking? What are you making for dinner? Or what's in the oven type thing. And so it's pretty cool. I think it's just one of those things that me and my husband both, when we first met, we were both really, really, really big on family, and we still are. And that was huge, and that kind of bonded us. And me just always wanting to cook and learn and bake and kind of be family oriented, as well as he is. I am very close with his family as well. So it's just one of those things. It's like, I would love to just share the love. A lot of people are like, oh, that's a family recipe. You can't have that family recipe. I'm not giving it to you. And I'm all about, I can't take it with me when I go. My grandma couldn't take it with her. My other grandma can't. My mom couldn't. So why not share the wealth? Why not share that deliciousness with all of you guys? That's my thought. So, I'm going to give you guys just a little view of the cookies on the cookie sheet. Like I said, if there was smell-o-vision, you guys would be all over these cookies. If we all lived closer, then I would definitely share. My husband, he would make sure that he got enough, of course, because they're his favorite, and I'm always baking for him. And I haven't been able to do it this summer, but so far, they look delicious. So I'm going to go ahead and throw some more on there while these cool. And actually, I popped them in the oven for just a second because they looked a little soft in the middle. And so why I'm doing these ones here, I'm going to go ahead and just let them sit in there for a moment. And they should be perfect. Well, I want to hear all about you guys. I want to know what's going on with you, and I would love to hear what your background was. Like, did you come from a big family? Did you come from a small family? 1 parent, 2 parents? Did you have a lot of cooking? Did you bake? How did you grow up like that? How was your household? And if you guys haven't yet, check out the new cast iron through Pampered Chef. I have received some. I haven't demoed it quite yet. I'm waiting on a few more pieces, but I'm excited to share that with you guys because I'm a huge cast iron, as Carol Brumfield knows. We were raised on that. We were raised on it. So her dad always used cast iron and still does. He made steaks, eggs for us, all kinds of goodies, and it's the best. I'm telling you guys, it's the best. If you have not cooked with cast iron, that's an adventure you need to try out. That's my opinion. Because I truly enjoy it. I enjoy eating the things that come from it. And that's another thing about cooking and baking for me. It's one of those things that it's like you start with these individual ingredients, which is really awesome. They're basically nothing by themselves. And then you put them all together and you make them and cook them and you put that work and love into it. And then all of a sudden you have this amazing meal or amazing dessert or treat that you get to enjoy. So you get to actually eat your delicious end result, which is awesome. You put all that work into a lot of things and you don't get to eat that. If you build a house, you don't get to eat it. You can live in it, but you don't get to eat it. So I think it's kind of cool, just like starting from here and just the process. I know that for years, I always was doing mainly the cooking. I was kind of like, stay out of the kitchen type person. I want to do it all. But after so many years, my joints aren't that great. So my husband, he offered, well, can I come in and help? Which was very sweet. And he comes in now and he actually enjoys like using certain tools and cutting and helping me prep for meals and us kind of like doing it all together as a family. Even my daughter will come in and she'll help out with certain things. She's the dishes girl in our house. Bless her heart. I appreciate her and my husband, all they do. And I do have something exciting on Friday to share with you guys. One of my new toys that I got, I am actually going to show. I'm going to demo with some yummy, delicious stuff. I'm not going to tell you what it is because it's a surprise. But stay tuned and you won't be sorry. Okay. And then also, these cookie scoops are like magic. I know my neighbor was going to order some too. So I will link those in the virtual catalog so you guys can check them out. I still have some stuff that I am working. I'm always going to be working on earning stuff, of course, but I haven't received all of the pieces. Like this isn't one that I would qualify. I wouldn't say it's not Pampered Chef, but I mean, it works okay. But I really like the Pampered Chef ones, and so I'll probably switch them out and maybe sell this one later or something, you know? Because it's like, I do have some things, but I'm really digging the whole Pampered Chef type stuff. So eventually I will probably do that. So, okay, here's the other cookies. I'm going to pop these in the oven. I know that my family's probably getting impatient for cookies. So we're going to actually do the full 11 minutes on our timer right now. So tell me what your guys' favorite dessert or cookies are. If you're a cookie person. If you're not, then tell me your favorite cake or your favorite donut or anything. Mini little desserts, mini loaves, banana bread, zucchini bread. What's your jam? Share it all. Okay, so I am going to crank up this. So I put these ones back in just for a bit, get a little crunch on the edge, and they turned out perfect. They're still soft, but just like my husband likes them, crunchy on the outside, soft in the middle. So we're gonna do that. And then they actually have something that's super awesome that I have not got yet, but I would like to earn is, it is like a tower that is like a cookie rack or a baking rack so things can dry, whether it's cupcakes, mini cakes, you're doing like glaze on things, and it has like a little cookie sheet platform underneath, which is super cool because like when everything drains, then it's not all over your counter, because that's what happens to me with all of my other ones that I bought through the years. They're helpful, but then you have to clean up all of this mess. Cookie crumbs, all the things. So I would like to get that one day, but that's super cool because right now what I could do with this is I could remove it from the cookie sheet, put it on there to cool, and scoop out my next batch. So that's on my wish list. What's on your guys' wish list? Have you guys done your wish list yet? If not, get on it. Lots of good stuff. All right. I'll be right back. I gotta get something to put these cookies on. I'm gonna use my little spatula. Oh, these are perfect, you guys. Oh my God, look at those. So perfect. Deliciousness. Okay, so there's my plate of cookies all finished. I'm gonna set them right there. You guys can kind of view the deliciousness. Maybe. There, I don't know if you guys can see that very good. Probably not. Maybe I need to go. There, I think that's a little better. Okay, so boom. And these cookie scoops literally are a game changer. They make cookie scooping so fast, and then you don't have one cookie that's like this big around and then one that's like this big around. They're all the same size, as I was showing you guys. So I will definitely link the Pampered Chef one and all the good Pampered Chef goodies that I'm using here tonight that so far, loving. Kind of makes just being in the kitchen a breeze, especially if you've been working all day and you're like, I don't want to spend like, 15 hours doing everything in the kitchen. I want my kitchen time to be easy. Although have it be enjoyable, but you want to be able to minimize your time, your effort, and your work, but still get those delicious meals out on your table for your family or treats. That's my idea, at least. Because when I was working, I used to work till 10:15. Jen knows that. Christy knows that. We were buds. But you can't come home really, and if you cook at night, it's like, what are you going to do? Cook at 11 o'clock at night? So you were always stopping at McDonald's or, something along those lines. And that's definitely not healthy. And if you wanted to, here's just if you wanted to. I know you guys are going to think this is crazy, but if you wanted to, you could actually put some of the enrichables in here and make your cookies have that healthy kick of a boost. Has no flavor, why not? Get those vitamins. That's what I'd say. It just depends on what you're going for. But some people like breakfast cookies. Like you put oatmeal and all kinds of different things in them. You can do roasted vegetables on here. You can do sheet meals on here. Just all one meal. Like there's some olive oil and some Italian seasoning. And we have all different kinds of seasoning. I'm constantly changing up my seasoning for my meals because my family gets bored easy if I do the same thing, which I do too. So it's kind of nice to change it up. But it's nice because Pampered Chef offers, so many different seasonings, and they're constantly changing and evolving. And not just seasonings, but sauces, barbecue sauce, all different kinds of marinade, things like that. So check them out. Makes mealtime easy. You can meal prep, stick 3-4 chicken breasts in a bag, even frozen, and then come back a couple days later and be like, you know what? Throwing it on the sheet pan. Gonna put some broccoli, cauliflower, peppers, onions, mushrooms, whatever you want, whatever your thing is. But then when you get home, you're not like, oh my gosh, I didn't take meat out. I don't know how many times I've done that, or I didn't take anything out for dinner or plan for it. So what are we doing? We're spending more money because we are now like, oh, we have to order a pizza. We have to eat, but we just don't have the time. So there's a lot of things that I'm learning that I would really like to pass on to you guys, because I know when I was working, some of these things would have really, really been making my time in the kitchen a breeze. Although, I mean, even at 10 o'clock, but I mean, if it was 10 o'clock, then I could have just packed all of our lunches, made them dinners, and gone from there, you know? Not even had to like come home and worry about eating. Because I mean, forever, it's like my daughter would be like, I'm hungry. It's 10 o'clock at night. What am I gonna do? All right, guess we're going to McDonald's. Get some french fries. Get some nuggets. So, and I hated that part of that's the only thing probably I can say, the only negative about when I was working, because I had to work such late shifts, that I just kind of felt like I wasn't there enough to have that quality mealtime. But I feel like there's a way in this day and age that you can accomplish that with Pampered Chef. With all of these different solutions to everybody's challenges in their kitchen. And the challenges are all different depending on the household, depending on what the work schedule is. If one parent works, maybe they have time to cook a little bit more. Maybe farm to table. Maybe from the garden. You know, do that kind of stuff. Canning. Ask my sister. Canning. She knows all about it. She is like the primo canner over here. I'm always like going to her house and I'm like, okay, what's she going to give me this time? Ooh. Is it going to be jam? Is it going to be pickles? Is it going to be pickled beans, dilly beans, asparagus? Honestly, I don't even really care what it is. I'm just happy to have homemade goods. And then my father-in-law also, he cans quite a bit. And so he'll make even just soups and stuff and just bring them up to us and we put them in our pantry. And that's something for me that I would love. I wish I had somebody when I was younger that had taken the time to teach me that skill. But I hope, that's my goal this year, is to try and take on canning. So wish me luck. I feel like I can do it. I just have to kind of like stick with it and, you know, I just have to learn. So maybe you guys can learn with me. Wouldn't that be fun? Christy, we could can. We could make pickles. We could go down to my sister's and make pickles together. You hear me, Carol? Exciting. The possibilities are truly endless, especially with all the power tools and type things. Like, I think I was watching one of Jen's lives a while ago, and it was so cool because it was like, oh, I have a Vitamix, but I don't have a deluxe power blender. And with this deluxe power blender, you can make jam in like 15 minutes, I think she was saying. And then it will last up to 3 months in your fridge. And 6 in your freezer. Homemade fresh jam. Don't even have to can it if you have the space. That's all I'm saying. So that is a goal of mine, is to acquire that at some point. So the other cookies are done. I'm going to go ahead and toss these ones in the oven, pull the other ones out. Boom. We are almost done. We are on our last batch of cookies. That just made me 3 batches of cookies. My family is going to be excited. So we will have cookies. And my biggest struggle right now is the heat. Like, I don't do well in the heat, and so that's why we're night baking. Welcome to my night baking party. We don't have air. We have the air units, but it doesn't like cool down everything, especially when you have the oven and all that jazz going on. So I have the windows and the doors open, and it's good enough. So at least we'll have cookies in the house. I finally baked something, you guys. Yes. We'll have cookies in the house and a treat for everybody for at least a little while. And hopefully then it will cool down and I can make some more goodies. That's my goal. I'm excited for fall for that very reason, for the temps to go down so we can get fall cooking going on and baking and all the yumminess. Pumpkin pie. What's your favorite kind of pie? Are you a pumpkin spice person? Are you a pumpkin person? Or are you an apple person? Personally, I love all of them. Every morning I drink chai tea, double spiced chai tea, with like a cinnamon sludge, as Carol knows. She taught me well. And so I drink that with it's almond milk creamer, so it's dairy free. And I love it with a little sprinkle of organic sugar because I can have the organic sugar. It doesn't bother me, to where if I have too much of the processed white sugar, it does bother me. So, and there are a lot of items, just so you guys know, if you haven't checked them out, if you do have a gluten intolerance or sensitivity, there are a lot of items as far as like sauces and proteins and things like that that are alternatives that you guys can use safely that are gluten-free, among other things. So definitely check them out. I know that there's a lot of kosher products as well, and it lists that when you look at the items. Again, like I said, I'm going to get you that virtual catalog when I'm done with all of this. So many things, honestly, that I had no idea Pampered Chef even did or offered. I just was like, when I knew Pampered Chef, like when I heard about it from other people, it was like, oh, I got pots and pans. Oh, I got dishes. And I thought that's all it was. I didn't know that they had like the slow cooker or the slow cooker or like the rock crock or even what it did, or like with the deluxe cooking blender. Obviously those things are newer, or the quick cooker, or any of those things that make our life just like a breeze in the kitchen. And I'm all about that because a lot of times I do a lot of doctoring. So a lot of times between my daughter being at home and schooling, and then my husband works from home, it's just, it can get busy. So even though we're all at home, I still am coming in and out of the house. I'm grocery shopping or whatever. So it's just one of those things that's like, okay, how can we make this easier? How can we make mealtime smooth? So we're not running around. It's not all chaotic. Everybody's exhausted. Everybody's hot and sweating from cooking. Basically, in your quick cooker, you throw everything in one pot. Same with the rock crock. Depending on if you have the Dutch oven or the everyday pan, it depends on the size, but your quick cooker, dump it all in there. It's like a pressure cooker among many other things that it does. So throw it in there, go pour yourself a glass of wine, a glass of tea, a Coke, whatever you want, Coca-Cola, and go put your feet up. You had a hard day, you deserve it. Go put those feet up and just let dinner do the cooking. Let it do it for you. So you're not having to stand over a hot stove or do any of those things. And then the rock crock is pretty cool because it does come as, like I said, a Dutch oven size or just an everyday pan. And it goes where you can stick it inside and it comes out of the slow cooker stand. And you can buy that separately. And also with the rock crock and the Dutch oven, there's so many different surfaces and different ways that you can cook with it. You can do it on a grill, on the campfire. You can do it in the microwave. This is what got me. The microwave, the oven, the stovetop. I mean, there's so many different ways that you can use it. I was like, what? I was like, you can put it in the microwave and the oven? How is that even possible? Usually when you get something and it's microwave safe, it's not oven safe. It just that seems to be how it is. So I was actually really surprised, and I'm super excited to get mine, to try it out for that reason. So I will definitely be demoing that when I get it. I am getting the Dutch oven, and I got to figure out something that I'm going to put in it. So if you guys have any ideas on meals that you would like to see, that you would like me to cook, lasagna, spaghetti, mulligan. If my Aunt Tony's on here, she'll know what I'm talking about. And then just so many other things. It's like, you can cook all the things. And then guess what the best part is? This is the best part. You've been working all day, come home. You don't want to do 1,500 dishes. No, you don't. You want to go and sit down, put your feet up, have a glass of wine or whatever, watch your TV show, relax with your husband, whatever you want to do. And the thing is this is a one-pot wonder, you guys. One-pot wonder. So you absolutely can just do everything in one pot. Same with the quick cooker. And you just have, that's basically, other than your normal dishes, that's all you really have to clean up as far as the dishes go in pots and pans. And so that's kind of intriguing, because it's like, if you worked all day, you truly don't want to cook and then go and do the dishes. You're already exhausted when you walk in the door, I'm sure. So I don't know, there's just so many like things that I just didn't realize that they offered, that I was like, wow, this would have been really nice when I was working, or when it was like more chaotic for me to get meals on the table. So, I mean, all of you moms that work out there, dads that work out there, families in general, it's a nice option for sure. It is a nice option. We got 5 minutes. 5 minutes left. More cookies. Can we say Cookie Monster? Okay, so we're gonna do that. And then, like I said, we just have 4 or 5 minutes left, and the other ones are done. And that's basically all you gotta do. And you have fresh cookies. It was literally a snap. I should just be like, bam, cookies. Because I don't know one person, I mean, maybe they're out there, but I don't know one person that doesn't love cookies or a treat, especially after you've been working all day and you already had your dinner, right? Savory and sweet. That's why people do dinner and dessert, which is awesome. I know that's how we are in our house. It's like, we like the salty, but we like the sweet. And we like the savory, but we like the sweet treats too. I'm really wishing I had that thing I was telling you guys about, that tower that holds the cookies, because I don't know if you can actually see the cookies, but they look like a tower of cookies right now. Pretty soon they won't, because I know that my family will enjoy. But yeah, too funny. But very helpful. Especially if you're doing like cupcakes. Like if you have kids and you're doing like a little birthday party, or you have a 4th of July block party going on. We do those a lot here. It's really nice because you don't have to try and like cram all the cupcakes onto a certain surface, and then all the frosting is touching and you're getting crumbs everywhere, and it's a big mess. We don't want more messes to clean when we're cooking. We want to enjoy the cooking and get the meals and the treats out to the people that we care about, but we don't want to have to spend hours and hours and hours in the kitchen doing cleanup either. Y'all know what I'm saying. At least that's how I feel. Love the treats, and I love baking, and I love cooking, but the dishes... So that's why I am blessed with a daughter, and she is so helpful. I'm blessed with a husband. He is very helpful as well. So, but it is almost cookie time. 3 minutes. We're on the countdown, guys. 3 minutes. Let me know what you guys thought of this whole, I kind of tried to change it up tonight for my live because I had done a meal and done some demos like that. And so I didn't want to just do meal for you guys. I know I have some bakers probably on here. And so they want to see some of the baking goodies too. And so tell me if you guys liked it or not. If it's something you'd like to see more of is baking. Do you prefer meals, quick, easy meals, meal prep, sticking things in the freezer just to be able to pull out? Like, what's the easiest for you guys, and what would you like to see more of? Because that's what I would like to show you guys so that you guys actually can get some ideas and get some inspiration and get you guys the tools and solutions that you guys need for your challenges in your kitchen. And yeah, that's basically what it's about. Let's get you guys cooking. We can be cooking, we can be canning, we can be doing all the things. And it is cookie time. 1 minute. So yes, let me know exactly what you guys want to see. I want to hear more from you guys so that I know what kind of info to put out for you guys, what kind of stuff you want to see. So I love both. I love baking, I love cooking, I love entertaining. I have lots of family generations of recipes that there's a lot of people that are like, what is that? I've never even heard of that. Like today I was talking to my friend. I had to drop something off at her house, her pizza cutter. I was talking to Christy Birch, and I seen some seasoning on her counter, and I'm like, stop it. Are you serious? Nobody has that seasoning. Nobody knows what it is. And she knows what I'm talking about. And then I go, well, we use it in our family on both sides to make Flintstone dip. And she goes, what? What's that? And so I said, well, I'm going to have to show you. I'm going to have to give you the recipe. I have two. I have one on one side and one on the other side, my family. So there's just so many things that I forget about because they've been in my family for so long that I don't even think about it. And then I make it and it's like, everybody's like, oh my gosh, this is so delicious. And then I'm like, I completely forgot. Sometimes I have to call my grandma or my aunties to ask them that, you know, what do I do for this recipe? I can't remember. Okay, y'all, that is a wrap. It's cookie time. So yeah, that's it. So just let me know what you guys want to see. I hope you guys had an awesome time because I did. Thank you for joining me on my live. I'm having a really good time with this. I hope you guys continue to stay in my group. Check out my website, all that good stuff. Let me know if you have any questions on products or becoming a consultant or anything like that that I can help you with. Yeah. I'm here to help. So I really enjoyed baking with you guys. And I will see you guys on my next live, which will be Friday. Probably during the day because I'm going to be making kind of like a snack and you can kind of like prep it for the weekend if you have these things. Or get an idea if you want to order some of the things that I'm using to make this little snack for the weekend. So definitely. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you so much again for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.